Hello 2017 Furball volunteers. Thank you so much for volunteering this year at the gala. This training will go over the event and the volunteer information you need to know for your 2 volunteer assignments for the evening. At the end of the training, we hope you have a deeper understanding of the event and your role, but if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call or email the volunteer team. Let's start with some information about the event and why we host this gala each year. The annual Furball Gala is a big fundraiser for the San Diego Humane Society. In fact, it is our largest fundraising event of the entire year. We'll sell around 600 tickets for the event, ranging in price from $300 to $500 to some of our biggest donors and supporters. Superb guest service for these supporters from both our staff and volunteer team is key to a successful evening, so thank you so much for helping us. The night is filled with lots of furry fun, delicious food and drinks, and opportunities for our guests to donate and bid on auction items, all in the company of their own pets and fellow animal lovers. Last year, we raised about $700,000 at the event, and since we are a private, non-profit organization, every dollar we raise directly impacts the animals in our shelter. The gala is a black tie formal event, but that doesn't mean it's uptight or stuffy. In fact, you will get to see some of the most colorful, creative outfits on not only our people guests, but also our dog guests. The event is held in our back parking lot at the San Diego shelter, and it's actually pretty amazing how the area is transformed from a parking lot into a beautiful gala. We will have around 60 tables and around 600 guests, a band, a bar, auction tables, and a dance floor. The gala starts at 6 and goes till around 11 p.m. Guests start the night checking in with registration and enter the shelter through the front doors. They then walk through the shelter and head to the back where they will have their photo taken and then get to browse the silent auction during cocktail hour. Dinner is then served, at which time the presentation will start, followed by the live auction and then, of course, dancing. Most of the dogs are pretty pooped by the end of the night, so you'll see many sleeping under their table or over in our doggy daycare for some quiet time. Every year we honor a member of the community, and this year we are honoring Sandra and Ed Burr. Sandy and Ed are lifelong animal lovers who are committed to saving the lives of animals in San Diego. They share more than a decade-long commitment to supporting San Diego Humane Society. This year, Sandy and Ed made a generous gift to help fund several Paws San Diego community pet events, which bring pet care services and resources directly into underserved communities in San Diego. From 6 to 7:30, guests are arriving, mingling, drinking, and bidding on silent auction and wine raffle items, and then dinner starts around 7:30. At 8:30 p.m., the silent auction closes, and at 9 p.m., the live auction starts. This is a very exciting and important time of the night because there are a lot of big ticket items and we get to raise lots and lots of money for our animals. We will also celebrate our honorees at this time and then show our stand-up video at around 9:40. This is the time when all attendees can donate to the shelter. It's a huge fundraiser and the video does a great job at pulling at some heartstrings and raising some money. The rest of the night, the attendees enjoy themselves at our after party. As volunteers, we will be busy throughout every part of the night to ensure the guests get to enjoy every aspect of the evening. So now that you have an overview of the event, let's dive into some more specifics. First things first, thank you for volunteering. We have 100 volunteers signed up to help in various roles this year, and we truly could not do it without your help. So thank you so much. The next thing to cover is the volunteer uniform. Since this is a formal black tie event, we are requiring that all volunteers wear nice attire as well in order to match the event. Please be sure to wear an all black top, either a blouse, a button-up shirt, or a sweater. No t-shirts, please. Black slacks or skirts of appropriate length. No mini skirts or jeans, please. You will be standing and walking most of the night, so please be sure to wear comfy shoes. Black is preferred. And lastly, we will provide you with a name badge when you check in. It is very important that all volunteers follow these uniform guidelines. If you check in and you're not in appropriate attire, we won't be able to let you help. We really need your help. So please leave your blue volunteer shirts or aprons at home and come to the event looking spiffy. Also, it would be best if you could leave your purses in your car or at home. We do have some lockers available in the office, but not enough for every volunteer this night. Just a heads up, parking will be tough. If you volunteer at the San Diego shelter on a regular basis, you know parking can be tough on a regular day, while event day is even more crowded. The parking lot and street parking around the facility are reserved for guests of the event. As a volunteer, we ask that you either get dropped off by a friend or Uber, or park at the credit union on the corner of Azusa and Mildred. You can then walk, it's about a quarter of a mile, or you can take our volunteer shuttle from the credit union to our front door. Your first stop for the night is at Volunteer Check-in. Here you will see the smiling faces of your volunteer engagement team. Please check your event email for your specific start time. When you check in, you will also pick up your event name badge and event pin. Please do not clock in for this shift on Vic Touch in the volunteer office. Just check in with us and we will enter your hours after the event is done. Also, no need to bring your regular volunteer badge since we'll have specific event badges for you. After you check in with us, we will direct you to your staff captain. Check-in is located at the front of the San Diego campus through the first gate on the right-hand side, just before the coffee cart. If for any reason you're running late, please send us a text or call so we know. Our contact information will be provided at the end of this training and in your training email. You will have staff members assigned to your volunteer area as captains for the night. These captains will train you at the start of your shift, be your go-to throughout the night for any questions, let you know when you can take a break for dinner, and when you're all done for the evening. Please refer to your event email for specific names and photos of your captains. At the beginning of your shift, you'll be trained on your specific volunteer role. It's very, very important to arrive to the event on time in order to get this training. Please plan accordingly and give yourself enough time to find parking, get to the volunteer check-in, and be ready to start by the time designated on your job description. One thing that all volunteers should know, even though it may not be part of your specific role, is our online bidding system, BidPal. This app is similar to eBay and is used to make bids on all of our silent auction items. BidPal actually helps us raise more money than traditional bidding on paper forms at the auction tables. It makes it easier for guests to bid on multiple items from their phone rather than having to keep returning to the tables to check the latest bid. If you come across a guest who is having issues with the app, please find a BidPal tech to assist them. These techs will be easy to find since they will all be in BidPal shirts and scattered throughout the event. If you're volunteering in our silent auction and working directly with our guests, you will get more detailed training on this app from your captains. Since you will be busy all night, you will likely work up an appetite, so we will provide dinner for all of our volunteers. This year, Phil's Barbecue has generously provided food for our staff and volunteers, with vegetarian options of course. Dinner will be between 6:30 till 8 o'clock in the classroom and will vary based on your volunteer assignment. Your captain will let you know when it's a good time for a break based on your position and the timeline for the event. Please only eat in the classroom and refrain from eating anything at your station, including the tray passed hors d'oeuvres. Also, volunteers and staff are not allowed to have alcohol during the event, even if a guest or waiter offers you a glass. We only say this because it did happen one year, and trust me, nobody likes a drunk volunteer. You have all been assigned 2 roles for the evening, one during the beginning of the event and one during live auction. In this online training, we will quickly go over each role so you have a big picture understanding of the event, and in case you're asked to switch your first assignment if we get any last-minute cancellations. You also have more details in your event email, and you will give more information and training during the first part of your volunteer shift. We have computer stations set up at registration, each with one BidPal enrollment volunteer and one runner volunteer assigned. When a guest arrives, a volunteer red carpet greeter will welcome them and send them to the registration station to check in and get registered. They will also pick up their program and have any questions answered by you. If you're one of our 3 registration roles, feel free to chit-chat, make them feel welcome and excited to be here. Once they get checked in, guests will enter the party through the front doors of the shelter. At the front entrance and strategically stationed throughout the shelter, we will have several party monitors and guides to welcome and assist our guests. Your role is to welcome guests to the event, answer questions, and make sure no one gets lost in the shelter. We have professional photographers volunteering at the gala that will take photos of guests at 4 photo stations in our agility yard. Assistants will be assigned to a photographer in the photo area and assist by getting guest information, helping with crowd control, guiding guests to photo stations, and answering any and all questions guests have. As you can guess, most of the time the dogs do steal the show. One of our fundraisers at the gala is our wine raffle. Included in this package are a number of very fancy, delicious wines that have been donated. Volunteers sell wine raffle tickets either at the station or as roamers throughout the event, engaging guests and getting them excited about the chance to win. During the event, our doggy guests may get tired or even a little stressed out, so we have volunteers that help in our doggy daycare area where they can come and take a break. We also have some of these volunteers helping valet the dogs to and from the gala to the doggy daycare room. Our goal is to make sure the dogs have just as great a night as the guests, and let's be honest, not all of these dogs can party like their owners. So if you hear a guest needs help with their dog, please direct them to a volunteer assigned to this role. They have all been trained on dog handling and can help the guests out. An important rule to always follow is that if for some reason any dogs get into a scuffle, please do not intervene. Instead, get the closest staff member to help you out. Our volunteers in our VIP concierge role help our VIP guests have an extra special evening. Volunteers are assigned to a few VIP tables and help with whatever is needed. Can you spot the volunteer? There she is. Need more wine? I'll get that. Need more water? I'll get that too. Make sure they're having a great time and want to donate more and more. We have about 20 volunteers to help promote our silent auction. Your job is to learn all about the items at your table and encourage guests to bid. Remember, the more bids you get, the more money we raise for the animals. You'll also answer questions guests have about BidPal or help them find a BidPal tech. Now, after your first assignment ends and you've gotten a bit to eat, your next assignment will be helping with the auctions. Your second assignment is listed in your event email, and you will have a color-coded star on your name badge indicating your second role. You will help as a silent auction runner, live auction spotter, or a live auction runner. At 8 p.m., please report to your assigned area for training. This information is also included in your email. It's crucial that you stay for your second assignment as we need you just as much for this role as your first. If you're helping with the silent auction, you will continue to help with this auction. In your second part of the night, you'll help staff gather all of the auction items after it closes, tally up the winners, and prep them for pickup. We will have 8 volunteers assigned to the live auction runner position. If assigned to this role, you will have a yellow star on your badge. You will check in with staff at the front desk of the shelter at 8 p.m. The auction starts at 9, so we will get in place and be ready to run by 8:45. Each runner will be assigned to 1 or 2 auction items. After the auction states we have a winner, you will run to the winner and congratulate them and thank them. You will also collect their payment. You will likely run for 1 auction item, but may need to run for 2 if needed. Please stay until your captain lets you know that you are done. The majority of our volunteers will help as live auction spotters, since we need lots of volunteers to help our auctioneers spot all the bidders. If you are assigned to this role, your name badge will have a blue star on the badge. Please meet in the front courtyard by guest registration at 8 p.m. to meet with your captains and go over training. You'll be stationed throughout the gala, and as the crowds bid, you will raise your hand if a guest at your table makes a bid. If your table has a winner, you will help the volunteer auction runner by standing behind that winner until the runner arrives for payment information. As a live auction spotter, your last job in this role is to help during the Stand Up for Animals video, a time of the night when we show a tug at your heartstrings, happy ending story to our guests to inspire them to support our cause and make one more donation. As a live auction spotter, you help us by collecting all of the donation information from your tables at the conclusion of this program. Please be sure to read about this part of the night in your job description. You'll also get trained on this process at the 8 p.m. training that night. Again, please do not leave until after this portion of the auction is over, and check in with your captain to get the official okay to end your night. Thank you again for volunteering. It's no exaggeration to say that we couldn't do it without you. As a thank you for your hard work, all volunteers will get a specially designed event pin. First time Furball volunteers, thank you. We hope you enjoy it and want to come back year after year. And Furball veterans, thank you once again for helping us at this gala. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Lastly, if you need to contact the volunteer team regarding this event, please contact Cassie. You can email her or you can call her on her cell phone the day of the event if needed. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you at Furball.